Yo, what up guys? It's Y Boogie back here at the Vault. We're gonna be doing another tutorial. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to do 5-0 grinds, particularly backside 5-0 grinds. We're at Rowley Skate Park. Over here at these benches to kind of get the basics down. The 5-0 grind is basically a 50-50 and a manual. It's just your backdrop out, sliding on either the ledge or rail, whatever you're on. So before you try learning 5-0s, I definitely recommend practicing those manuals, you know, getting comfortable, just hanging out on the back end of your scooter. If you can't 50-50, that's okay. You might want to, just to get that kind of precision of getting on ledges or rails. But like I said, you only need to get on the back end, so really a 50-50 isn't needed. Kind of like a feeble actually, just the back end, lift it up, boom, boom. So once you got the manuals down, you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable with grinding ledges, doing feebles, maybe 50s, you can start giving it a go. I would recommend starting on a small ledge, just not even hopping on it, just setting your scooter on it, like a 50 or a feeble. Start already on the ledge, get comfortable, bend your knees a little, like Isaac always says. That'll help you lean back, and then just do what you do in your manuals, you know, just. You might go to fakie. And then once you got that a little bit down, you just start hopping up into them, just getting that motion. Keep an eye out on the back end, really make sure you're pushing it fully onto the ledge. You wanna make sure the wheel is pretty much pressed up against whatever you're doing your grind on. Then you just start trying it out. Work your way up. Start on a curb, two-stair, little ledge, little rail, hubba, Hollywood, El Toro. Once you're ready to really kind of start doing the grind itself, after you kind of just started up there, getting comfortable balancing, you can get comfortable hopping into it. Again, you can take it real slow. You can go all out and just start trying the 5-0 stall. Or like I said earlier, you can go into a 50 and then lift it up, even into a feeble and lift it up, just so you're comfortable hopping up on the ledge and getting that backdrop out locked in as much as possible, like this. And now I'll just demonstrate hopping into the 5-0 itself. I don't really like doing it completely still. I don't know about you guys, I'm a lot better at balancing on it when I'm moving. You know, just do whatever works best for you, as long as you're starting small, working your way up. Like I said, at least for me, it's a little harder to hold it up when you're completely still, but it's a good way to practice also popping out of the 5-0 because your knees are already bent, so it's fairly easy to kind of just spring up from that and pop out. Kind of like a spring, you hop on, hop off. Keep getting that down. Start on like a red curb. Those are the best, you know, they slide, they're small. The way I like to do it is to come at a slight angle because then it really lets you push the deck and get the dropouts locked onto the ledge and get your wheel pushed up against it. Whereas when you're going parallel with it, you kind of have to do a side hop. And I feel like personally, that leaves more room for like getting your wheel up on top of it, which as you probably know, when it's a waxy ledge, you can just slip over. And obviously with a rail, you don't want to do that either. When you're first trying to actually do the grinds, I'd say, who cares about how it looks? Just tap the end of it, like literally. That way you're just getting comfortable getting into the grind and kind of holding your wheel up for a second. You're not quite getting the balance factor in yet, but that'll come later once you're comfortable getting into the grind and kind of just getting used to the start of it. I'm gonna pop the end real quick. So, like you saw, I didn't really grind it per se. Like I said earlier, it didn't really take any balance at all. It's a good way to start just getting comfortable on it. That's what this trick is mainly all about, because it's such a small amount of room that you can grind on. You really want to be comfortable getting into that little area before you actually start throwing stuff, you know, down a ledge or a rail, tricks into it, tricks out of it. But once you get comfortable doing that, we'll go to the skate park and do some real grinds, actually slide it and hold it, get that balance down. I was gonna do one here, but this bench kind of sucks. So yeah, let's head to the park. All right, so we're here in the park. I'm gonna just do a 5-0 on this simple little flat ledge. It's smooth, it's got coping, which is ideal for what you want to learn it on. So you can see I did it, and you might have seen I like pulled up on my bars kind of towards the end. A couple tips for holding it. Like I said earlier, kind of stick your butt out, lean back, and use your arms, your muscles to pull the bars up. A good thing about 5-0s is if the ledge is kind of rough and it's like janky, you'll hit it, the janky part, and you'll kind of slow down and tilt forward. But if you have a firm grip on your bars, you can pull it back up or kind of hold it still. And then another tip I have, when you're on it, you want to keep your front wheel straight up, parallel with the ledge. This would be ideal, completely straight with the ledge, because that's just easier to stay in it. Make sure you don't slip off. If you are going to tilt one way or the other, I'd recommend kind of tilting a little out of the ledge, like this way, because if you start turning too far out, you kind of just pop off. Whereas if you tilt into the ledge this way, that happens. You kind of just slip off, really hurt yourself potentially. Like I said earlier, 5.0s, similar to 50s, they're a little dangerous because there's such little point of contact. You can miss the ledge entirely or go up on top. If it's a ledge, you go to try a 5.0, you get in a manual, you just kind of pop off the side, or if you want, you can try to hold the manual. I wouldn't recommend on a waxy ledge because any little turn starts squeaking out. If you miss the ledge, like that, which is pretty common, I don't have too many tips for that, man. Just try to save yourself. And obviously it goes without saying, a wider deck is definitely gonna be a plus for 5.0s, but it's possible on a smaller deck. You know, we were all doing them on 5 wides. Ideally you want a round one like this, or something that's slightly angled so that way you have more contact points when you're leaning back, but it's doable on any deck. Once you have your 5.0s down and you want to do tricks out of them, you want to do it on probably something like this, where it's a low hop on and then the hop off gives you a little bit more clearance, a little more time to do the trick. But you saw the basics, you saw a trick out. If you're doing it on anything that's leaning down, you don't have to lean back as much, just because, I don't know, that's just the physics of it, dude. It's like right here, you're doing a 5.0, but your scooter is technically completely level. So as you see, 5.0 down the hub. But personally, I like going a little slower. That makes it harder in a way where you have to balance for longer. Faster, it's a little scarier to get into, but it's a little easier because you don't have to balance it. So it's really whichever you prefer, whether you're better at balancing or better at getting into it. I'm gonna try one more. I'm gonna try to 5.0 along this curve backside. This one is really where we're gonna utilize the tilting to the right. You wanna have your front wheel going a little bit towards the way of the curve. This one, you don't want it to be completely straight, because if you keep it straight, don't follow the curve, you'll hit that thing where your wheel kind of goes inward. So yeah, let's give this one a go. It's pretty good in my book. You know, I didn't quite make it to the end, but that one you could tell it's a little bit longer, so you can see how much more effort it takes to really hold it and get that balancing motion, instead of, you know, just getting on a small ledge and kind of just pulling up a little bit and then just gliding over it. Once you get that down, you do longer ledges, just like manualing, you know, just pull through. Can't stress enough how much this trick is really just so much practice, so much confidence you have to build up, just getting really comfortable before you really are able to lock in and hold it on pretty much anything. So that's it, really. Practice, 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 build up that confidence. Be able to do them, honestly. Keep trying, keep getting that balance point, pull through, stick that butt out. Ow! Yeah, that is the basics on how to do a backside 5.0 grind. If you like this video or you like these tutorials, drop a like, sub, comment down below what other tricks you want tutorials on and who you want to do them. But that's it, till next time, peace. Webby, you know what to do. Keep it in.